Okay, so after a long time, I'm starting another session today, and this time it's about the 30 days reel challenge, which I had, which I have been planning since a long time, and finally I got time to execute it, and I did started it few months back, this challenge, and I got to learn a lot of things which I would like to share today in this session. So I'll start from the beginning. Like, when did I start this challenge? I started this challenge on 21st of June, and at that time my followers were 8590, and until now I have done more than 50 reels. Okay, so my intention was 30 reels, but I did much more than that. So right now, if you see on today's date, the number of followers are 8990. So now
Mm.
the only thing is not followers. There are a lot of things which I got to learn from this Reels challenge. So I'll begin from here. So the type of Reels which I made during this time, during this phase, like this challenge was, I made dance Reels, I made inspirational quotes based Reels, I made travel or vacation Reels, I made throwback memories. I compiled my throwback memories, all the old memories, I compiled them into a video. I shared those. I shared educational reels which taught about something in my niche. Then I showed tutorials like how to do something. Then I did long and short reels, like very long duration, as in more than 60 seconds, and very short, like very few seconds, like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, like that. Then I did text based reels, then funny, humorous reels, then POV, like the point of view based reels. Then I did collabs with my friends, collab with my family members. And then I did reel remix. I have done slow mo reels, and I've also done time lapse or the fast forward reels. I'll just show you the example. So the time lapse reel, I'll just show you. Can you see?
Yes, yes.
So
Mm.
this was a time lapse reel which I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, okay. Then next one. Second. Just a second.
Mm.
Yeah. So can you see now? Yeah. So next, so I made then I made, so there are some of these types which I did. Then next was, I experimented a lot. I experimented with the time of, time of putting the reel. And so I found a
Mm.
lot of difference. Like initially when I was putting reels, my slot, the best timing was afternoon, like 12 o'clock. If I used to put in the mid afternoon, like noon, that time my reels
Mm.
did very well. So I used to put
Okay.
at that time for a few days. Then I noticed there was
Mm.
a decline in the, the views and the reels. So I changed. Then I found it that it worked well early morning. Okay, like 7 o'clock, 7 to 8. That duration worked well. So I stuck to that time for a few days, and I noticed a really good, good amount of views, and a lot of my reels posted during that time got a very nice, comparatively a lot of good views and reach. So I used
Mm.
to post at that time only, like 7 to 8. But again, after a few days, I have noticed that now again it is not working that well. So now I need to set up a new time. I need to experiment and see the time, which time is best for me now. So that was the first thing. Then hashtags. So I tried a lot of hashtags, and I also tried putting all 30 hashtags and not putting hashtags. I also tried putting very few hashtags, like 4 to 5 hashtags, and try to use the same hashtags for all the reels. So the thing was that it was not very consistent. Like the results was not very, very drastic. It didn't make. I don't know whether it made any difference or not. But sometimes few of the reels worked well when I used the same set. And another thing is when I used less number of hashtags, I found that the reach was better compared to using a lot of hashtags. So this is something
Okay.
was against my my views, because I always say that when you get a chance, use all the 30 hashtags. That's what I always believe in, because hashtags are very powerful. But during this experiment, what I found that lesser number of hashtags in the reels worked better compared to using all the 30 or more number of hashtags. So that's what it depends for
Okay.
everyone. So you need to find out what works well for you. Okay.
Right.
Next is audio. So the music, like people, what they say that you have to use trending audio always. So I also tried using that. I whatever was trending or whatever was popular, I started using that, but I did not get any results. And one day, suddenly, out of nowhere, I just used a song which I liked, which went well with my music, and suddenly it got a lot of views and reach and all that. So that time again, I just noted it down. Then after similar few experiments, I realized that it is not necessary that a trending audio or a popular audio needs to be it shows results for everyone. You have to use the trending audio when it is in the initial stages of trending. So that means that whenever the number of reels are less under that song, that means that it is in the initial stages. So again, now when I use something which was yeah. So when I use the audio which was less than 10,000,
Less trending. Okay.
less than 10,000, that time
Hmm.
also it did not work very well. And also the ones which were more than 100K also did not work very well. So after a lot of trial and error, what I realized was that for me the best audio is between say 20 and 70K or something like that. Okay, not very less and not very more also, because that's because
Okay.
audio is in the initial stages of trending. So because
Hmm.
accounts like mine, which are not having a lot of followers, okay, it's not yet reached 10K, it's lesser than that. So accordingly, for me, the audio, the the range of that will also must be less. I don't have a lot of followers. If I was having in millions, that means I could have used any song, and whatever I use will, start
Yeah,
trending,
it will.
will be
Yeah,
having
right.
results. So when we have a
Hmm.
lesser number of followers, so you have to use it accordingly. Okay. One second.
Okay.
Yeah. Then next is fonts. Now again for fonts, I tried all the fonts. Okay, whatever is available, I tried all the fonts. So in that also, I noticed that the fonts are you can some fonts are not very visible. The fonts are not all fonts are not very much visible in the reel. Some fonts get formatted and they get shrunk because of the video quality. So you have to find out what works best for you, because every one of us has different mobile phones and devices. So for you,
Hmm.
what works best, you should use that. For me, the last one, the Times New Roman, that one works good because that shows clarity and it is very much visible always.
Right. Hmm.
So I use that one. So whatever works best for you, you can use. Then next is emojis and GIFs. So in the reels also you can use a lot of GIFs and emojis, whatever is available, to increase the the beauty or the aesthetics of that reel. You just don't have to put a reel. Whatever you have shot, you can enhance it with the use of use I mean relevant GIFs and emojis to make it more appealing to the audience. Because what
Yes.
happens, something which attracts your eyes, which grabs your eyes, is those kind of reels are only going to get more views. So you have to use all the facilities which are given by Instagram. Next is filters and effects. There are so many filters and effects. You could try, keep changing, keep trying new ones every time. Whenever you see someone is using, save those real effects or filters and use it next time when you doing. So in that way, you can understand a lot of things, like which effects are pleasing to the eyes, which look good with the video. So keep trying. I tried all that. The next is stickers. I use these stickers and emoji meter, those polls, no, like yes or
Yeah,
no
right.
question, then emojis like how much you like that, you drag that meter. So all those things are available now also. I mean, for the reels also, those things, kinds of things are available,
Yes.
just like stories. Okay, so just like stories, you can use all these things on in the reels and make it
Reels.
more attractive. Then I use the add yours feature. So just like in stories, you have this add yours. You can just do like add your coffee. I had done that tea wala. Okay, so this one,
Yeah, yeah, I saw
remember?
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I had done this one, add yours karke. So this one, share your
Right.
coffee tea reels. So a lot of people had used this one, and they made their reels and put it under this one. So what happens is that
Right.
when you use this kind of reel, you get more visibility. Okay, so
Right.
you get more visibility when someone uses your reels, your ideas, and such kind of features. So that is
Right.
another thing. So that also helps. Now coming to what I learned in all this. Okay, so what I learned from all this challenge, whatever I did, first thing was consistency. It definitely helped me a lot. Like before, I used to think like, okay, should I put today or no? Like I used to always procrastinate that, okay, reels, so I should make it maybe later. Today I'll post a simple post, because posts are easy to make. You just post something.
Yeah, right.
But when I made reels, I understand the process, I enjoyed it, and I continuously post it. So that's how, like, now it's like an addiction. Like every day I have to post something, I feel, otherwise I don't feel good. So it became a part of me. So that's how, like, 30 I had thought, but I'm doing much more. I'm doing more than 50 reels now. And beyond this, I've done many more before this challenge. But as a part of this challenge, so the consistency part is definitely there. It definitely helped me a lot to be consistent. Second thing is, content is the king. No matter what, whatever song or whatever effects or whatever hashtags or whatever you use, if your content is good, you are definitely going to get the results. Now in this, results will be either you'll get followers, or you'll get good likes, you'll get good amount of comments, you'll get good amount of saves, good amount of shares. So this is important more than the views or the reels, whatever, I mean, the views or the reach, whatever is shown as a number. Don't go by that. That is not a criteria that to show whether your reel has done good or not. The amount of likes, the organic way of, okay, I'm talking of course
Yeah, right.
organic, not the paid ones. If someone is doing for the paid ones, that is a different thing totally. So hi Urvashi. So what I'm talking about is, if you are getting good number of followers, the ideal followers, okay, whom you are targeting, and if you are getting good amount of likes, comments, you are getting saves, people are sharing your reel, that means that your work is done, your content is good, people are appreciating and recognizing it. So that is important. And don't be, affected by the views or whatever, because that is very unpredictable. You cannot predict anything on that. Next is audio. So that's what audio I understood. That audio is, that's what I was telling. That audio, you can use any audio, but to get, you should don't always go by trending ones. First thing, because it may or may not suit your content or your niche. Just because everyone is doing, you need not do. It's fine. Don't have that FOMO, that fear of missing out, that okay, so everybody's doing, I'm not doing. It's fine, it's totally fine. Don't pressurize yourself that this audio I have to use, because all audios are not meant for you. And there's no point in repeating what everyone is doing. If there is a trend going on, everyone is doing, you also do, there's no fun, because people are bored of seeing the same thing, repetitive things. And even if you do the same thing, your views won't be that much, and then you'll only end up getting frustrated, because you are doing the same thing, you are doing whatever is trending, it's not giving you results. So that is another thing. And okay, so Trishna is asking how to make reels if I'm camera shy person. You can totally make reels without showing your face. Okay, if you go through my page, you can see how many in how many reels I have made, shown my face, and in how many of those reels I have got good views. So it's not at all necessary to show your reels face all the time. It's up to you. You can make, reels without showing your face. There are a lot of things, a lot of creative ideas. So just keep your eyes and ears open, keep scrolling everywhere, just keep looking around for ideas, and you can definitely make reels. So that's what I'm saying. So what in this I'm not told that importance is showing your face, because that is not a criteria at all. Content is the criteria. Whatever you show and the way you show is, that is important. Then audio, again, you have to decide what audio works, because more than 100K, I don't think it will work. Even if it works, it's just pure luck. Okay. So try to use the audio, the music which is in the initial stages of trending. That is like 20K or 30K. The number of reels below that, that will be definitely useful. Last is, do not delete. In under any circumstances, I would say that please do not delete your reels, because reels have a longer lifespan. If you post them today, maybe tomorrow you don't get that many views, but maybe after a certain period, maybe after a week or after a month also, you may get good views. So it all depends on the algorithm. It all depends. So don't delete that reel. Let it be, let it stay there. It's not going to harm you in any way. You have put your efforts in that. Just leave it that way, and always keep it on the main grid. Don't put it, remove it from the grid, because that also again affects the reach. So keep it there unless and until it's affecting your grid aesthetics or all those things. So don't remove it from the grid, let it stay there. So these are the 4 things which I learned, the main things, okay, of the reel, from the reels challenge. Next is what all things to remember. First is, real views and reach do not show your true value or potential. Don't ever take it personally that, okay, I'm not getting good views, that means I'm not a good, content creator, or I'm not a good person. I don't have that in me, don't have the ability. Don't ever think like that. It has nothing to do with your potential or your skills or whatever. Okay, it is just one of the features of Instagram, and it is just there. It's based, and the hype is created, just a hype is there, but other than that, if it helps you to reach your true audience, or it helps you to showcase your your talents, and you're able to put your content in a better way, use it that way and let it be that way. Don't get affected, don't be depressed, don't be frustrated that someone else is getting good views and you're not, because there are a lot of things, inorganic things happening around. People buy followers, people buy views, everything is available these days. If you have the money, you can get anything. So organic way is definitely a bit slower and a bit um not difficult, but time consuming, I would say. But if you stick to that, you'll definitely achieve your goals. So that's one thing. Next is, never give up, learn from your mistakes and keep trying. So always, now in this challenge also, I learned a lot of things. So I learned from my mistakes. Sometimes the quality of the video was not good, so I worked on that. Sometimes the music I selected was not appropriate, so I next time I worked on that. The time which I put the reel was not good enough. Maybe I put it when people were not active, so maybe I put it late at night, so that time the reel, nobody was there to view. But I never deleted my reels, I let it stay there. Okay, because it shows me, because I learned a lot of them, lot from that, and I have put so much of efforts. So I wouldn't want my efforts to go waste, I let it be there. Then I learned that we have to captions, what kind of captions, and what kind of how do you put up the words and everything, like in an attractive manner on the video. So it's like, none of us is a professional videographer or a photographer. We have not learned all these things. We are just content creators. We are good in our field, whatever it is. Maybe food, maybe cooking, or maybe drawing, or maybe related to DIY, or maybe whatever it is, parenting. We all have different things in which we are good at. We cannot be good at everything. So step by step, one day at a time, we are learning and trying to be the best of ourselves. So don't try to be harsh on yourself and try to be like, okay, I'm not able to do that, means it's done. No, nothing like that. Try to learn one day at a time, something small things, because all of this add up eventually. So to analyze this views time, one thing is, you need to, how I understood is by for Diana, I'm saying best time to post for my audience is you have to understand what time your audience is active. So now insights given by Instagram is different for everyone, but as per that, I don't trust the insights which Instagram gives, because people may be active, but those people may not be my ideal followers. So I have already written a post on that. Like for me, most of my ideal target followers are mom bloggers, and due to a time difference from India and Oman, there is a time difference of 1.5 hours. So my time, it shows 6 o'clock, but 6 o'clock for Oman means for India it is 7:30, and that time everyone, all the mommies will be obviously busy with cooking dinner, feeding their kids and all that. Nobody will be sitting with their mobile phones. So if I post at that time, I won't get a good, result. But as per Instagram, 6 p.m. is my ideal time. So I did that. I never got any good results. So that's when I sat down and tried, for a week. I tried at different timings. I used to post in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. And I found out the slot, which is, at that time, most of my ideal followers are, online. So this is one thing. You have to sit down and post at different timings each day for a week, and then analyze the results, and then you will understand what is your best time. Second thing is, one of my posts I have shown that you can go to the when you go to the live tab, you can see how many followers are online. That's a very quick way of understanding how many followers are online. In that, you can understand whether sometimes it keeps fluctuating. Sometimes hardly 100 people are online, or sometimes 500 people are online. So whenever is your best time, you can find out from that as well. So you need to do a bit of trial and error. Hope that answers your question. So next is yes, you have no other option. You have to put in some efforts, and then you'll be very, that will give you a lot of insights and make your blogging journey more peaceful and easier. So next is keep experimenting in all ways with an open mindset. Okay, so this is very important, because we are all in a competitive world. There's so much of pressure and so much of hype around us that it's like do or die situation. You have to constantly put in your efforts 100%. So that way you will definitely pressurize yourself, and you will not able to achieve your 100%. So keep an open mindset that whatever happens, either I learn something, or something will good will happen. There's no loss. Okay, there are no mistakes when you are learning. It's a journey. So reels is also like that. So since we are all new to this, we have to keep try different ways. Something will click. Okay, hard work never goes waste. So that's my funda. So whatever you do, hard work will always give you the result. Next is so these are some few tips, okay, which I would like to share with you. First is take care of text placement within the screen frame or border. So this was something which I did mistake, that you have a big screen in your Reels tab, and in your normal grid they show it in a square form. So you have to remember that the square format is what is going to show to your audience. So you have to place your text in that only, okay, in the center of the screen, not very too high or too low, because people won't be able to see. And if people won't be able to see, then the process of watching your reels won't be very enjoyable. So whatever it is, it should be right in front of the eyes. Whatever you're placing it, it should be big enough, legible. Okay, people should be able to read it. It should be bright and clear. Okay, and not too much of things clutter. Just something heading or whatever it is. So that acts like a hook. Whenever someone reads that, they feel okay, something interesting is coming, a suspense, something, they will stick to that and they will watch your reel. Next is try to highlight and make the fonts colorful. Try to use different colors of fonts and whatever you're putting. So try to use different colors, so that also attracts the attention. Next is add a call to
How to
action.
do it? How to do this highlight
Okay,
color thing?
I'll show you. Okay, after this I'll show it. I'll do
Okay.
it. I'll make a what do you say? I'll record it. Okay, video record the screen record it and share it with you. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that you can do. Then add a call to action. Very important, because without a call to action, you cannot, you cannot get good engagement. So call to action is like you ask the questions to the audience, depending on the whatever the content of the reel. Suppose you have put some food, okay, food reel. So you ask the audience, did you enjoy it? How would you like more such kind of reels? Or did you what was the favorite thing about this reel? Or anything. Tag few friends. Tag few friends who like this, or anything related to that. Okay, something you should add, like a question, or tell something the audience to take a action. Tell them to share it. Tell them to save it. Tell them to like it. Tell them to tag someone, or ask a question like yes or no, like yay or nay, did you find this good or not, what are your views, what are your opinions, so something like that. So that also people will be simple things, not very complicated, so the audience will feel the urge to, they will feel like commenting on your reel. Because if there are a lot of comments, lot of likes, lot of saves, lot of shares, that helps to push your reel to a larger audience. So all these are very important. So you need to make reels which are those kinds, like people will save them, share them, and people will engage on them. So that also is important. You should always think before you're making a reel that what am I offering through my reel. Either it is educational, or is it inspiring, or is it entertaining, or it's just for fun or humor, because all these things are like human emotions which are easily which catches the attention of your audience. So people like that. If there's nothing, no value, or some no message from the reel, it will be like nobody will enjoy it. So no, there'll be no likes, no comments, and that reel won't go further. Okay. Next is keep the caption crisp and meaningful. No lengthy stories, okay? No, nothing long. Just whatever it is, to the point. Nobody has the time. First of all, they've already seen your reel. And again, if you keep a big caption, then it will be like a clash. So either don't put a lot of text in your reel, and just put the thing in your caption so that people watch that and then relate to the caption. Can I have 2 to 3 niche at the same time? It would be better to have just one niche, or at the max two niche, okay? Because that will confuse your audience if you keep a lot of niche, and try to connect them together. If you are interested in a lot of things, try to bring them all together and showcase it. But don't keep different things at the same time, because that will confuse your audience. That will again confuse the algorithm. It won't understand kisko kya dikhana hai, okay? Because if you're putting something like food, so that will show food related to the food bloggers or the people who are searching for food. But one day you post food, next day you post travel, and third day you put makeup, fourth day you put DIY. So it's all a mixture. It's like a khichdi. The Instagram algorithm itself will get confused ki, क्या मतलब whom it has to show, which is your target audience. So that is a drawback. So try to have one niche and then slowly expand into other things. So make yourself known for some one particular niche, and then you can diversify into more things. Last is add a relevant cover pic always, because that shows that what the reel is all about. So if someone, without even clicking your reel, if they see in that reels tab, they can understand that okay, this reel is about this. Let's watch. So who's not watching at the from the scroll, who's not scrolling, but they visit your page and they open your reels tab and they see all your reels, so they can understand from the cover pic whatever it is. So try to write on that. That is important. You can do it in Canva. So yeah, okay, Urvashi. So next is things that did not work for me. We have 10 more minutes, so I'll just go fast. First is my posting strategy. It affected my posting strategy because I was earlier I used to post a lot of posts, carousel posts, the static post related to my niche, and I used to put a lot about Instagram coaching and all those things. So I was like, I thought that maybe it's getting too serious, so I thought of diversifying and made reels which were different from my niche. So my posting strategy got altered a bit. I was too much carried away in the reels thing, and this got affected. I was not posting much about my Instagram, my whatever niches. So, and again, I was not able to put more time into that, and I was only putting reels. Okay, so that got affected. It's not important to always put reels. You have to put carousel posts, normal posts, other things also. That is also important. Not important, but you should try doing all that. Just don't focus on the reels, because it's not necessary that everybody will get good results from the reels. So it depends. You have to do a trial and error and find out what works the best for you. So that's why this challenge through this 15 days with Anjali, that starts from October 1st, I hope that you all understand, get your answers, that what are your, what are you aiming for, and what are you getting, what are you putting in the efforts, and what are the results of that. So that is very important. Yeah. Okay, Krishna, yeah, I'll show that later. Okay, I'll do that also. I'll show how to make reels in Canva. Next is pressure and expectation. With every reel, the pressure and expectation on myself increased. I was like, okay, I have to get more than this. I have to get more than this. Initially, sometimes, I mean, initially I used to get 2K was the maximum what I used to get in my reels. But during this reels challenge, I reached 7, 9, 10, 11K. Okay. So my reels reached that. So with every reel, I was like, I have to get more than this. The pressure increased on myself. I was like, if I'm not getting, then what's the use of this? I have to get more. And that kind of, created a negative thing in my mind that I'm not meeting my own expectations. Something is wrong. I'm not getting the result of my work. But that's why I told you that it has nothing to do. You put in the same efforts, whatever it is up to the app. I mean, the Instagram, the audience, and how the algorithm works. So it's not necessary that every time it will be the same. Next is target followers. So I did get a lot of followers. Okay. So during this entire time, I got, like I showed in the initial slides, that initially my followers were 8590, and now it's like 8990. So there was an increase of 400 followers. But in this, there were less, I mean, not so many target followers. There were so many which were not my ideal followers. My ideal followers, I would expect them to like, comment, or even ask DMs, put questions to me or anything. But these were silent followers. They had nothing to do with what niche I am in. They just simply followed me. Maybe they like the reels, they like what, I don't know. They just followed me. So it was not the target followers what I am looking for. So that was the thing. And last is unpredictable. These reels are totally unpredictable. Something similar things, like at the same time, if you put on 2 different days, it's not necessary that you'll get the same result. So it's always a trial and error. Keep doing, keep finding out what works best for you. So next is, did my reels go viral? So this is what everyone is, the main aim. I mean, the main thing, that will my reels go viral? So the answer is yes and no both. So the answer for this is yes, no, because it did not reach millions. Okay, my reels did not go reach millions. But yes, because it was viral for me, VFM, because it increased more than my normal, baseline, whatever views I was getting initially, like 1000K, 2000K. It broke those barriers, and it reached 7K, 8K, 9K, 10K, 11K easily. So it went viral for me. For me, it is my, I broke my barriers and I reached a level which is more than my baseline. So I would consider that to be viral for me, but not as per the standards of the, Instagram, that you have to reach millions. So that is another thing. So coming to the end, this was what all I have learned from my experience of 30 days. So if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer now. You can even DM me, or you can put it in the group if you have later, and I can answer them. Okay. So if you have missed it, I'll be putting this video on YouTube as well, and you can catch up whatever you have missed. So hope this was useful. If anybody has any questions. Okay, so for the hashtag thing, see, Urvashi, first of all, you have to understand uh, what is your, what your content is. So first, if you know, for my hashtag strategy is, I use the hashtags as per my content, whatever I'm putting, and my niche, and my location, and whatever is, for whom I'm targeting. So that is my hashtag strategy. And try to use that for my reels. But that's what I told, that hashtags for the reels, what I believe in is that use all 30 hashtags. But when I use for my reels, I got better results when I used less hashtag. So you have to try out different hashtag set. Okay, make a set of different 4 5 hashtags, and you have to try it yourself, because my niche is different, your niche is different. So I cannot tell what I am using. You cannot copy what I use. So hashtags should again, hashtags should ideally not be the same for all the all the reels, because every day you're making different reels. Today something inspiring, or today tomorrow something humorous, funny. So the content is different, but the hashtags, you have to try and use it different. And again, in that also, the hashtag, the density is important. Don't use very high end hashtags like in millions. Okay, try to use the hashtags which have less density, the medium density ones, so that it works on your account. So because don't have too many followers like 50K, 100K and all that, millions, so you have to accordingly, you have to use the hashtags, the audio and everything, so that will be more useful. So just don't blindly use hashtags what others are using. Just don't blindly use the audio. If you have if you have everybody's using a same audio, you want to use it, you can use it, but you won't get that much. Even if you don't get that many views, don't be disheartened. It's fine. You wanted to use it, you use it, but don't put too much pressure or expectations on yourself that it worked on others but it didn't work for me. It's not necessary. Okay, so that's what I want to say. Yeah, I'll definitely show you how to use the reels in Canva. Yes, you can use an audio that isn't trending. You can definitely use that. Maybe because the audio must be in the initial stages of trending. So once that audio starts trending, you'll be at a better position, because you have already used it, and then people are using it. So you may get a good reach maybe later. That's why you should not delete your reels. So when you use an audio that isn't trending, try to analyze whether you got good views, more, I mean, better than the reels which had an trending audio. So it's like constantly you have to see what is working, what is not working. It's not that you make a reel and you forget it. No, you go back, see your previous reels, which ones worked better, which ones were shared more, which ones got more of, more comments, more likes, which one got saved more. See all those analytics and insights. So use those facilities given by Instagram. Okay, so now less than 1 minute is there. So yeah, whatever doubts you have, please put it in the group, and I'll do all these whatever you have asked for. Any tips for business accounts, as in which context you're asking me? Okay. Just you DM me or you put it in the group, I'll answer. So I'll just wrap it up here. Thank you all for coming, and hope you had a nice time and hope you enjoyed this session. Yes, I'll definitely make the tips for business account and small business owners. Okay. So I'll just end it here. Thank you, everyone. And the rest of this will continue later. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.